might unlock all kind of strip clubs in Omaha.
The boxing world woke up to chaos after what should have been Terence "Bud" Crawford's proudest moment. Less than 24 hours after Omaha honored him with a massive parade for his stunning victory over Canelo Alvarez, the three-time undisputed champion found himself in the middle of flashing police lights, guns drawn, and handcuffs on his wrist.
Disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that,
A video of the incident began circulating almost immediately, and suddenly, the celebration turned into controversy. What was supposed to be Crawford's crowning weekend became one of the most shocking nights in recent boxing history. And of all people, Floyd Mayweather was the first to jump on it, and he did not hold back. According to Omaha police, around 1:30 a.m., officers reported seeing a car driving recklessly through downtown, just blocks away from where fans had gathered earlier for Crawford's parade. When the car was pulled over, officers claimed they saw a firearm on the floorboard near the driver's side. What followed was nothing short of dramatic. Crawford and his passengers, including his head of security, were ordered out of the car at gunpoint. The video shows Crawford raising his hands, repeating over and over, "I'm not reaching for no gun, bro." Fans were stunned watching their hometown hero treated like a suspect in the same city that had just given him the keys to the city hours before. Mayweather wasted no time weighing in. Instead of offering sympathy, Floyd fired sharp words, mocking Crawford's celebration and questioning his professionalism. If beating Canelo makes him act like he runs boxing, then what happens if he fought the real legends like Manny? Mayweather scoffed. He reminded everyone that he himself had already beaten Canelo years earlier without ever ending up in headlines like this. To Floyd, the incident only proved what he's been saying all along, that Crawford may be great, but he's not on Mayweather's level inside or outside the ring. But the story doesn't stop with Mayweather's jab. Crawford's security chief, Qasim Shabazz, gave a completely different account of what happened during the traffic stop. According to him, Crawford had already told officers that he didn't have his license and registration with him, so there was no reason for him to be reaching down for anything. Shabazz says both he and Crawford disclosed they were legally carrying firearms right at the beginning, as required by law. Yet moments later, guns were pointed in their faces. "Everyone thought we were going to die," Shabazz said, describing the stop as unnecessary, aggressive, and humiliating for the champion. The video only fueled the debate further. Fans took sides immediately. Some blasted the Omaha police, saying it was unthinkable to pull a gun on one of the city's greatest athletes during his own victory weekend. Others, echoing Mayweather, accused Crawford of reckless decision-making, saying a champion should avoid putting himself in situations like that. Police leadership later confirmed that all firearms in the car were legal, and that no criminal charges were filed other than a reckless driving citation. Still, the damage was done. Omaha's champion was seen on camera in cuffs, and the city's pride quickly turned into national scrutiny. What really made the night even bigger news was Mayweather doubling down. Floyd reminded fans that in his career, even when facing the brightest lights and toughest opponents, he kept himself out of situations like this. Legacy, Floyd said, isn't just about wins, it's about choices. In his view, Crawford had spoiled his own celebration. And just like that, the debate reignited. Who really is the better fighter, Floyd or Bud? Boxing legends and analysts quickly joined in. Oscar de la Hoya laughed at the comparisons, saying Floyd fought Canelo when he was young, undefeated, and dangerous, and still made him look like a beginner, while Crawford had to work all 12 rounds for his victory. Bernard Hopkins added that what Floyd brought to the ring wasn't just defense. It was psychological warfare, the ability to break an opponent mentally before they even got started. Max Kellerman, always looking at the bigger picture, tried to balance the conversation, saying both fighters are great in different ways. Crawford adapts and breaks opponents down. Floyd frustrates and neutralizes them with unmatched IQ. Meanwhile, fans online couldn't stop talking. Many said the image of police holding a gun to Bud's head felt like a nightmare, like watching Derek Jeter get arrested at gunpoint the night of a Yankees championship parade. Others felt it was a wake-up call for Crawford to be more careful about how he carries himself off the ring. As the Omaha mayor confirmed, an internal affairs investigation is now underway, reviewing whether officers followed proper procedures during the stop. But regardless of the outcome, the video has already defined the weekend. To make things even crazier, while Crawford and Mayweather are throwing shots outside the ring, promoters are already hinting at blockbuster fights ahead. Mike Tyson, who's set to step into an exhibition with Mayweather soon, called this kind of drama the exact energy boxing needs right now. Tyson even teased that, with Mayweather still training and Crawford free to fight anyone he wants, maybe the two paths could collide. Imagine that. Crawford stepping in against Mayweather. Not in words, but in the ring. For now, Crawford's camp has stayed mostly silent, refusing to comment beyond the basics. But the comparisons aren't going away. Was this just a traffic stop blown out of proportion, or was it a sign of cracks in Crawford's ability to handle fame? Is Floyd right that legacy is about more than boxing skills? Or is this just another case of Mayweather refusing to share the spotlight? What we do know is this. One moment, Omaha was parading its champion. The next, that same champion was at gunpoint in the street. And Floyd Mayweather, never one to miss the spotlight, turned the entire ordeal into another chapter in his long rivalry with anyone who dares challenge his crown. So the question for boxing fans is simple. Did Terence Crawford just have the worst timing of his life, or did he expose a side of himself that proves Floyd right? And more importantly, will this controversy push the two closer to the fight that everyone secretly wants to see? Because one thing's for sure, whether it's in the headlines or in the ring, Crawford versus Mayweather is now the conversation boxing can't stop having.